Hey, what's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? Trying to get our podcast going, the YFYI podcast. Got a little special guest. Are you going to be on the podcast or what? You want to say hello to everybody? Say, hey, guys. Say, Little D here. Follow me. What's your Instagram? At Rollin with the D. Rollin, ROLLIN, with WITH, the THED. That's her podcast. This is Little D, so she's gonna chill. You gonna go to sleep on my lap? I think she's probably gonna fall asleep in my lap, so won't mind her. Let her do her thing. We're ready to record. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, hey, hey! What's going on, guys? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? You are now listening to the YFYI podcast. I am your host, Sunny D. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you are doing absolutely phenomenal. Thanks for being here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. This is another edition of the YFYI podcast. And this, my friends, is actually episode number 124. Relax. If you guys heard that, I've got a little guest in the studio. Guest in the studio today, Little D. If you've been following Instagram or following our salon, you may have heard about our little mascot, Little D. She's a little pit bull, red nose, blue eyes, adorable. She's like a little over 6 weeks old. So she's now our mascot, so she's hanging out. She's sitting on my lap. You're going to be good, right? Be good. Take a little nap. I'm talking to the YFY Nation, okay? So she's absolutely adorable. If you guys aren't tuning into the YFY podcast video edition, which I'm sharing on YouTube, sharing on my Facebook page, definitely do that. You can see some before the podcast recording, behind the scenes stuff. You can see some after the podcast, behind the scenes. You'll see a picture of our little mascot D. She's on there. And she's also got an Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, give her a follow. Make sure you're following the YFY podcast first, of course. Hopefully you're following me at SunnyD 1.0. And then you can give her a follow. She's just rolling with the D, ROLLIN, no G. And then the THED, rolling with the D. So she's got a podcast going. She's got some friends, some followers. She'll follow back. She'll like and comment. See what's going on with our little mascot. Watch her grow up. So super excited that you guys are here. If you're a repeat listener, welcome back. If you're a new listener, this is the place where you come to get your mind right, get your head right, get your money right, get your learn on so you can get your earn on. Talking about all things YFYI. This is coming off the heels of my second book that just came out, YFY for Salon Ownership. Super excited about that. Super excited to get that in your hands. That one is shipping. So I just shipped a bunch of books out yesterday. You can get that if you haven't already. Just go to yourfirstyearin.com, as well as my first book, YFYI, Your First Year in the Beauty Industry, How to Not Just Survive But Thrive in the Business of Beauty. And that's, as you're coming into the industry, how do you, arm yourself with the tools, navigate through that first 12 to 18 months, which is when we see the highest attrition rate, meaning people are dropping like flies. Think about how many people you went to beauty school with, how many people were in your class. I had like 20 in my class. And then think about, fast forward 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. I'm coming up on, 2005. Holy moly. 2005, 2015 would be 10, 16, 17, 18. So this is 13 years. I'm coming up on 13 years. And I'm like, where the hell are these people? I don't even know. And it's a machine, right? The beauty industry, it's a machine. It does eat some people up, spit some people out, but it's going to keep moving. But what happens? Why do people not keep moving with it? And so that's why I wrote the first book. And the second book, when you're ready to bite the bullet and become an owner, that's why I wrote the second book. And I started this podcast because, hey, why not? I don't got anything else better to do, right? It's not like I have like 4 salons and a team of people I'm trying to motivate, inspire, and educate every single day. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and do a podcast once a week. set up a little studio and get on here and rap with you guys for 30 minutes. Not like I've got a bunch of stuff going on, you know what I mean? But no, I'm just kind of playing around, joking a little bit. But in all seriousness, I love doing the podcast because I'm able to reach people at scale. Just like with the book, I'm able to reach people at scale. I still go door to door, though. I still go and do speaking engagements at beauty schools all around. Actually heading out to Miami this week, depending on when you're listening to this. I may have just came back from Miami. I'll tell you right now, if you are listening to this after I went to Miami, it was awesome. Shut it down, tore it up, and I'm on the road to the next spot. So if I haven't been to your school, your city, your salon, wherever, just give me a shout, hit me up, let me know. I'll definitely be making my way over there. So let's see, what are we working on today? So, we're coming up on the end of April right now, and I've been talking with my team a lot about image, and I wanted to address image, no pun intended, dress, get it? Image, because when it comes to image, if you're in the beauty industry, your image is your business card. Your image, how the world sees you when you step on stage, meaning, honestly, when you step out of your house. When you decided to go to beauty school, you decided to become a hairstylist, or you decided to open a salon or start, your business in beauty, you decided right then and there that you were in the business of imagery. Meaning, when people come to see you, they first and foremost are going to be looking at you to see, do you have style? Do you have a glimpse of what they might consider to be style or think style is? Are you on trend? Are you in fashion? Or do you look lazy? Do you look tired? Do you look busted? Do you look broke? A lot of people are planning on making the big bucks, and then when they make the big bucks, then they're going to start dressing up for the big bucks. And that's all backwards. If that's your plan, if that's what you're thinking, you're going to wait until you're making the big bucks and then you're going to start, dressing the part, then you, my friends, you have messed up. There's just no other way to say it. You messed up. Because if you think that you're going to all of a sudden, be inspired, you think all of a sudden that you're gonna, once you start making the big bucks, be inspired to start dressing up, start looking the part, you have messed up, because that's not the way it's gonna work. You need to start looking the part, dressing the part, acting the part, talking the part, walking the part today, not when you make it big. And too many people are playing it the opposite way. Too many people are doing the exact opposite. We recently went to turbo mode on building and farming the team, farming the minor leagues that for our team. So meaning going into beauty school, doing a hiring event, and we went through, I think, 2-3 presentations, ended up hiring 13 people super part-time. Now here's the thing. They're super part-time because they're still in hair school. They're super part-time because they may only be just having started hair school. They're super part-time, meaning they've got maybe a full-time school gig. Maybe they're coming in for just 3 hours a day, 1 time a week, 2 times a week. Now, they're not licensed hairstylists. They're not working behind the chair. So how are we evaluating them? How are we grading them? How are we looking at their performance to say, you know what, they're doing a good job. They're doing a good job, and if they're doing a good job, hopefully this temporary position, this part-time employment will lead to maybe a full-time gig. So how are we going to measure their performance if they're not licensed hairstylists? It's going to come down to something that we in our company called CIA. That's what we're looking at. And it stands for coachability, image, and attitude. And the reason I want to focus on just the I today, the image, is because the image is something that affects the other two. It's like in a sandwich, but it affects the other two in a big way. So when you think about image, when you think about coachability, when you think about attitude, and you think about image and you're in the beauty industry, what are you trying to say with the way you look? What are you trying to say with how you show up? If you're a male, if you're a female, couple things you want to think about. When you show up to said salon, when you show up to said job, how are you showing up? Are you showing up in some worn out, crusty looking, sorry excuse for a color, uniform of the day? Is that how you're showing up? Are you showing up and you've got some shoes on that are like one day away from needing to be put in the dumpster? Is that how you're showing up? Hair looking a hot mess? Is that how you're showing up? Like you haven't washed it in weeks, days, months, like an oil slick is going on? Is that how you're showing up? But then when you show up, then you're expecting to blow up. Well, here's the news flash. Here's the news flash, folks. That ain't going to happen. You need to show up like you've already blown up, or don't show up at all. I mean, you're in the beauty industry. What are you trying to sell? What is your image selling to the guest or the customers? Who are you attracting? If you're looking at your image, you should be thinking, okay, based on the way that I look, would people want to stop me? Based on the way that I look, would people want to stop me? Would people want to stop me and say, you know what? You look amazing. I want you to do my hair. Would people want to stop you and ask you to do their hair? If not, your image might need a checkup. Because that's what you're selling in the first place, right? Yeah, we're selling haircuts. We're slinging haircuts. We all know that. But we're slinging image. We're slinging image that somebody would see and they would gain more confidence in you just based on the way that you're dressed. And a couple of telltale signs that you've got something going on, a couple of telltale signs, people want to know what it is that you do. People are asking you, what do? You look interesting. People are making assumptions that you're in the creative industry of some sort. Are people doing that to you on a regular basis? If they're not, that might be a little clue. Maybe my look isn't saying anything. Maybe my look isn't saying that, I'm even in the beauty industry. Maybe my look needs a makeover. Now here's the thing, guys. I am not by, any natural way like a fashion anything. I'm not like a fashion nista. I'm not a fashion guru. I'm not a fashion anything. So I, like you, had to develop an image, had to develop a look. What am I selling? And I constantly refine it and change it. But not trying to blend in, not trying to make sure nobody notices me, because I'm trying to attract business. Your image is like your business card in real time. It's your walking, talking, advertising machine. And if your image isn't selling beauty, isn't selling style, isn't selling future, then maybe no one's going to want to do business with you. And what does that mean? What does that look like on your other side of your bank account if no one's trying to do business with you? So I want you to be thinking about your image. What does it look like? And here's the thing, like when I say it affects the other two. So, all right, so say you have somebody that cares about you leading your charge. And if you're in school right now and you're listening to this, I'll tell you what. That's where it starts. That's where it starts. And I've been watching as I go into these schools. I've been watching, and looking. And me, if I'm there with my business partner, Jenna, she's looking, we're looking, and it's been a slow and steady decline. It used to be you come to school and you dressed up like a professional, and then it started dwindling down to you come to school, you dress up like something. Then it started dwindling down to where, most schools, if you're wearing black, they are accepting it, that's the way you came. I'm seeing hair that's a mess. And I'm not talking like any kind of mess. I'm talking like when I see some of it, I'm like, it's a ham, like a hot ass mess. And that's being allowed. You shouldn't be, if you're showing up to school like you don't give a shit and you're not even putting your makeup on, doing your hair, styling your hair, wearing more than yoga pants and a t-shirt, what are you saying to any guest that comes in, any other student in this school, any teacher in this school, and most importantly, what are you saying to yourself? You're saying you don't give a damn. You're saying you put that much effort, you put that much effort to not look good. And what are you also going to put that much effort to not do? To not win, to not succeed? So more importantly than anyone else, dress up for success. Dress up for yourself. Screw everything and everyone else. Dress up for yourself, because here's what happens. You start dressing up. You start dressing the part. You start putting some thought into your wardrobe selection. You start putting some thought into your hair. You start putting some thought into your makeup. Before you know it, you'll start putting some thought and thoughts into your head. Before you know it. There's certain things that I know, like if I wear, I have almost like, I have a little bit of it's kind of like Superman, when he has his uniform on, he has his cape on, he's invincible, nothing can happen. So you should have, what's your badass outfit look like? What's that one outfit that like you're going to get the most tips, you're going to have the most upgrades, you're going to upsell every single guest, every single haircut, every single style, everything's going to be on point, everyone's, taking home the retail, everything is working. What's your badass costume? What's your invincible costume? What's your bat suit, or your Superman suit, or whatever superhero you like? What is your super suit? How often are you putting that on? Or are you just going through the motions like the guy from Dunkin' Donuts? He wakes up in the morning, time to make the donuts again, not putting any thought into what you look like to yourself or the outside world. Ask yourself that, and I hope you guys hear what I'm saying. I hope you hear what I'm saying. And you could start, we could go through a ton of statistics, but I'll tell you right now, if you're dressing up for success, you're dressing the part, you're doing your hair and makeup, you're sending those signals back to your brain that you give a damn. And what happens is you start feeling better. What happens is you start making more money. What happens is you start showing up on time. What happens is you start influencing other people that are in the salon. What happens, before you know it, you've now blown up, because you dressed up and you showed up and then you blowed up. That's the way it works. It's not, well, when I arrive, I'm going to start doing it. So I really want you to challenge yourself. And you'll see our team, if you're following our salon pages at the Salon 1.0, we've got 5 salons, 5 different pages. What you're going to see over the next 30 days in the month of May, we're doing a little exercise, an activity we call Picture Day, where we take a picture of each individual team member every single day. And they might be posing with their favorite product or in a certain area of the salon. And the reason behind it is we're going to take those pictures and post them on social media. Take those pictures and put them as their bio pictures on the website. It's going to encourage everyone to be really aware and conscious of, do I look the part today? Am I looking like $100,000 hairstylist? Am I looking like $1 million when I walk out of the house? Not showing up looking tired, lazy, broken, and like half put together, like, yeah, I arrived, not looking like that. So I'm going to challenge you guys to do the same thing. I want you to maybe do it for a week, try it for a week. We do it for 30 days. And if your salon's open 5 days a week or you work 5 days a week, depends how many days you work in a week. If you make it a game where it's every single day you go to work, I say even on the weekends you need to be aware, because you never know where you're going to run into a potential new guest. It might not be in the salon. It may not even be around the salon. You may run into them at the grocery store. So just being aware. And then the challenge is dress up, take a shot, take a picture, take a selfie. Everybody likes to take the selfie, right? Everybody's all about taking the selfie when they know that their wardrobe's on point. But how often is that? And that's the challenge. So if you want to do picture day, do it every day. Post it. This is my look for today. This is my look for, if you're doing it with a product or you're doing it with, in a favorite spot around the salon or whatever, this is my look or this is my area. It doesn't have to be a long drawn out caption, but capture the look and watch what happens from day one as you go into day 2, day 3, day 4. If you do it for 30 days, anyone that joins the 30-day photo challenge, we're going to create a hashtag. It's probably going to be called Picture Day, hashtag Picture Day 30. Hashtag Picture Day 30. I've got some free swag for you. Some free YFYI swag if you join the challenge. And it's not going to be easy, because if you're not used to putting yourself together, which is a shame in the first place, but if you're not used to putting yourself together every day, it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a challenge to do it every single day. Make sure that hair is done every single day. Make sure the makeup's done every single day. And if you're already in the groove, then this is a walk in the park for you. Well, I'm telling you, by the time you get to that 30th day, watch the difference it makes in you, how you act, how you feel. Watch the difference it makes in your swagger. Watch the difference it makes. So that's the challenge. Picture Day. Picture Day 30. It's an image makeover if it needs to be, but it's an image awareness month, the month of May. And then your attitude will make the shift. Now, I'm coaching you right now. Are you coachable? Look at yourself from head to toe. Take a picture in the morning. Look at yourself from head to toe and realize, wow, I didn't realize I look like that. Because people aren't trying to tell you, guys. A lot of people won't say anything. The reason why a lot of people won't say anything is because, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. Meanwhile, they're broke. No new guests are being attracted to them. They're not being as productive as possible. And you're talking about hurting somebody's feelings. And it's not like saying to somebody, like rolling up on them and telling them, hey, you look like shit. That's not what I'm talking about here. We're not trying to make somebody, feel like shit. But what we are trying to do is we're trying to have them be aware of the product that they're selling. Be aware of the product that you're selling, meaning whatever you're looking like when you dress up and before you leave the house, that's the product that you're selling, and make sure it's in line with the product you want to be selling. If you're a $100,000 hairdresser in your head, then dress up for that. If you're a $5 hair cutter in your head, dress up for that. And so it ain't about hurting anybody's feelings, but if you're a coach out there, you owe it to those people to let them know, hey, we need to work on this. And in our company, we make it a game. We do Picture Day. You have to decide, what works for you, what you think might be the best approach. But I'm telling you, you're doing your people a disservice if you're not addressing and helping them improve their image. And no one's perfect at it. You're going to revise it. You're going to revisit it. It's going to change every single, year. You're going to have an epiphany. You're going to say, oh, you know what? I want to reinvent myself. You see celebrities do it all the time. So you will have an epiphany. Things will change. But you owe it to yourself and your people and anyone around you to help everyone step their image up so we can all win. So that's my piece for today, guys. Hopefully you're into it, and if you are into it and you want to join the challenge, use that hashtag. And I'm hoping to see some changes, because I know what it's done. Like I've seen it actually take place in people, and all of a sudden you'll be like, damn, so and so's got some swag going on now. Look, like so and so, they got a little confidence booster going on, and then you watch the numbers tick, and that's a side effect. That's like collateral damage. We weren't even counting on that, but then you start watching the numbers tick, and you're like, damn. And so initially people's first thing is, well, they're going to use like the money excuse. It ain't no money excuse. It ain't a money excuse. You can get crafty. Go on wherever you want to go on. Instagram, Pinterest, wherever. You can get crafty with $5. You can get dangerous in a thrift store. It just takes a little bit of that creative brain power that you guys have, putting it together, and just thought. It's got to be pre-planned. It's got to be premeditated. Just like success is premeditated. It's not something that's guaranteed automatic. But I'll tell you what, you do it for a period of time. Push for the 30, do it for 30, and then let me know. And I already know what's going to happen. But then if you're wanting to join that challenge and you complete it, you got some swag coming your way. So I'm excited for that. So on that note, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm out of here. I just want to thank you again for listening, and everyone that is watching the video version of the YFYI podcast. Let me know, how's it going? You enjoying it? You want more? What do you want? I'm here to give you what you want. So we'll keep on pumping out the videos along with the audio version. Make sure you share this with somebody. Make sure you share this with a friend, a colleague, anybody that you know that might need a little checkup from the neck up. Think about Image. The month of May is what we're doing. Hopefully some of you guys will join in on the challenge. 30 days of May. 30 days, and there's actually 31 days in May, but 30 days of May has a better ring to it, so we're going to go with that. And the Picture Day 30, hashtag Picture Day 30, if you want to join in with our team on the challenge to take it all up to another level. And thank you for everyone who's pre-ordered the new YFY book for salon owners, and everyone that's continued to support the project so we can get the message out to the masses and give the beauty industry and the future generations of the beauty industry a little bit of a facelift. Hope you see you out on the road sometime soon, in a city, in a school, in a town, in a salon, in a wherever near you. Thanks for listening. Again, this is Sunny D, and see you on the interwebs. Make sure you visit yourfirstyearin.com, and wherever you go, hashtag it up, YFY. And remember, this is the podcast where you come to learn how to build your business right once, or else you will be doomed to have to build it again. Thanks for watching or listening, and I will talk to you soon. You guys are watching. So remember, pre-roll, we had that little situation, our little mascot. Check her out. She's been knocked out the whole time. Look at her. She's there. You've been knocked out the whole time, huh? Look, she's not even awake. Put her on the mic right now. She's just sleeping. That's all they do. That's all they do. That's all she does. She's sleeping. And I heard somebody said, oh, if they're sleeping, then, they're growing. So I guess that's what's happening. So yeah, give me some feedback on the video, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And reviews, I know I haven't hit you guys up too much on the reviews, but if you listen to the podcast, if you leave a review, you get one of these YFYI Swagalicious iHeart limited edition t-shirts. I was selling them. I think they're actually still for sale somewhere, but I'm not selling them. We're giving them away to people who leave reviews for the podcast so we can help the podcast get discovered. So make sure you spread the word. And also the video. Share the video. Share it on your page. Share it with whoever. Share. Leave some comments. Leave some feedback. And yeah, stay tuned for the next one. Thumbs up, heart, whatever it is, double tap. Let me know. Emojify it. Let me know what you think. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Thanks for checking out YFYI podcast in video format. And I will see you guys soon. Peace.